Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and healer. In today's video we are asking the question, how to best solve the problem that is currently facing you. Today I've chosen some of the clearer crystals to get some clarity for you. Crystal 1 is the clear quartz sphere. Crystal 2 is the crackle quartz. And crystal 3 is the Herkimer diamond. So you can make a decision and choose a crystal. If you'd like some more time, you can pause the recording. The timestamps are in the description box and also in the video chapters below. I'll see you at your reading. Crystal 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the clear quartz sphere. So I'm just going to pick up your crystal so I can channel some information through it. Oh gosh, whatever this is that's facing you, I'm getting such tension in my solar plexus. So this is something that could be fearful for you. It is something that challenges your self-confidence or your self-esteem. And it's almost something that's making you feel sick, I feel. There is a lot of fear around this. So there may be a few things that come up here, so just have a listen through, because if I don't get your issue at the beginning, I might work my way up to it. Sometimes that's how the energy works with my readings. I'd just like you to take a deep breath in and out just to move some of this tension around, because I feel very, very scared here. I feel very, very tense. Particularly just between the belly button and the ribs. So there's a lot of tension there. It's almost hard with tension. You may have some digestive issues because of this at the moment. So what I'm feeling here is that whatever's facing you is very, very challenging. And this may be something that has been going on for a while or has just literally come up in the last 24 hours. No matter what it is, there is a solution, and I can see right through this. I can see right through this crystal, okay? There is a solution. You may not get to it immediately, but it will come. So I'm getting the term all is not lost. So maybe you're facing big financial losses at the moment. Maybe you're facing unemployment. Maybe you're facing something that's a big loss to you in some shape or form. And what I'm getting is just hold strong. Hold strong. This isn't quite what it seems. So it may be that you thought it was one thing, but as it shakes itself out and shakes itself loose and unravels, it's actually not as bad as you thought. So let's just say that you've made quite a financial loss and you were thinking, I'm going to have to start selling assets and I'm going to have to start finding another job and I'm going to have to blah, 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 blah. What they're saying is no, it's not that bad. Just take a step back, okay? Take a step back. Get out of the space of fear and shame and regret and whatever those feelings are, because what it's doing is it's holding you in a pattern where you really shouldn't be. And what is actually happening here is just about being guided somewhere slightly different. Some of you, this may be health. So let's say that something is going on health-wise and you've been told the worst possible scenario. What I'm getting from this is, whatever this is, it's not the worst possible scenario at all. It's going to be quite a relief as time goes on to find out that you've been incredibly lucky with this. So I just want you to take a step out of that fear body, because whatever you're fearing, you're drawing towards you. So that's the way the energy works. And if you're concentrating or denying it and using vices to ignore it, you want to find balance, okay? You want to find balance between ignoring the issue and thinking about it constantly. You want to find a median where it's, yes, this might be happening to me. However, when I think negatively about it, I bless those thoughts and release them. It's really important to train your brain to go to the best possible outcome for you. Okay? So if it's health-wise, the best possible outcome is I am fully fit and healthy. And this will take some practice, but it will help relieve some of that fear. It'll free up the energy in your body, so if there is something health-related going on, energy can get to it, problems can be solved. So, if it's not health-related, I'm just giving that as an example, and please don't go into panic if I'm mentioning health and you've got nothing wrong with you. What I'm saying is, sometimes we're on high alert. And we're conditioned to immediately jump to the worst possible conclusion about something without having all of the facts. And I'm getting for you as a group, this is not the worst possible situation for you. So just pour your energy back from that. Start training yourself to have positive outcomes in your life. And this is a lesson for you in not going directly into that behaviour. So this may be conditioning from your childhood. You may be an incredibly sensitive person who's very much an empath, and you feel other people's stuff, and because of that you're always on high alert because you're always feeling stuff. And it drags you into a space where you can't always control what's happening, because in the past you were dragged into that space and it wasn't your energy you were dealing with, but you thought it was yours. So, I know this sounds very convoluted and I apologise, but it's just how the messages are coming through, and I think it's to do with how you're thinking. You're thinking this, you're thinking that, oh my gosh, and you're in a bit of a panicked state, and that's how the energy is presenting. It's kind of zinging all over the place. The advice here from Spirit is get yourself centred again. Do whatever you do that's not abusive to your body to get yourself centred. Is it going for a paddle on a lake? Is it having a bath? Is it going for a run? Whatever it is, bring yourself back in and then have another look at what's going on. And from that centred space, you'll be able to see a solution or hope. But when you're not in that centred space, it's really hard to do that. Now, I know that I'm trying to get you from a stressed state to a centred place, and that's not easy. You might like to try doing some chakra clearing, or listening to some tones, some healing frequencies. Something that is just going to calm your nervous system a bit. You might like to get some vitamin C, or some vitamin B, some magnesium, and take them as directed. Because I feel like your body needs a bit of support too. Maybe you're not sleeping, and then you're going off to work. Maybe you need to take a few days off work if that's the case, just to bring things back into perspective for you. I'm not getting any time frame for this, but time frames are incredibly hard. First of all, we're in a group setting here, and also depending on where you put your energy depends on how long this takes to resolve. So I'm just going to say, be as calm as possible. Do things that uplift your spirit, and know that all is not lost. I'm sorry that that wasn't so clear. I think it is just because you are in a bit of a panic state, but this isn't what you think it is, and it isn't as dire as you think it is. So please hold that hope, try and hold your peace, and look after yourself. Thank you for watching. I'd appreciate a thumbs up or a comment or a share of this video for someone who could use it. And I'll see you in my next one. Crystal 2, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal here. Okay, for you, there's an energetic shake-up happening. So things might seem like they are crumbling down around you at the moment in some form or another. But what I'm getting is this is necessary. This is necessary to get you where you need to be. So if you have found things breaking down, and this can be voluntary or it can be just happening to you. And by voluntary, you might be working on healing your inner child or going to therapy or something like that. Working with your subconscious to break down old beliefs, using affirmations, anything like that. That's what I mean by voluntary. It doesn't matter, because what's happening is all those foundations are being shaken and rebuilt at this point in time. So things may not be working out exactly as you'd hoped, because a new structure's been built. And to do that, there needs to be change. I'm feeling, oh gosh, there's a lot of resistance to this change for some of you, because I'm feeling my solar plexus harden up again. So there may be some fear around change. Maybe you get very nervous or stressed around change. Or maybe there's been so much change you're very overwhelmed. So I'm going to say that love is being sent to you constantly. It's like the heavens have opened up and there's all of these love codes coming towards you, and light codes. It's like they're just pouring into your crown chakra at the moment. Part of that is this energetic shake-up, because as we remove things, there's a space created and we want to fill it with love and light rather than anything else. So part of it is that, but also the gift from the universe is that love is being sent to you in droves, and they want you to sit and feel that love. They're also asking you to examine some parts of your life that you haven't really touched on, and maybe it's just something that's niggling away in the background there, and you kind of, it's half in your awareness, half not. Maybe you have dreams about something and you're not quite sure what it is. It may come forth for you. You can ask for help with that. So you can ask your spirit guides, your own personal ones, to help you. Or you can ask God, or you can ask Source or the universe. You can ask Mother Earth, anyone that you resonate with to help you with this, that's in spirit. You can ask your crossed over loved ones. You can ask your ancestors. You can ask your inner child. It doesn't matter who. It's more getting that pathway established for helping you move through this time in your life. Now, this time in your life isn't going to last very long, so I just want you to be embraced by that, is the word they're giving me, and just know that what you're going through is necessary at the moment. You can't do anything to prevent this from happening, but you can support yourself through this. And you can support yourself in many, many ways. It can be talking to friends, it can be having a nice bath every night before you go to bed, it can be writing in a journal and getting your emotions out. It can be anything that nurtures you without it being an addiction, essentially. And what this will do, it will just allow that love to permeate through your whole system, and that's what brings you through this a little faster. If you keep resisting and lamenting that all of this terrible stuff is happening to you, you're perpetuating that energy. And even when you're speaking it, you're perpetuating that energy. Instead of speaking about how terrible things are now, say something like, I am at a peaceful state in my life, and eventually it will come. So I am where I need to be, experiencing what I need to be. So there's that acceptance of it instead of the resistance and the pushing away. All of those types of behaviours just help you come to terms with things faster. And I feel for some of you, I'm really feeling it, you're really resistant to this message as well. And that's natural. That's natural. So the other thing is, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. So maybe you have a couple of good days where you're thinking, okay, I'm climbing out of this ditch now. Things are a little bit lighter here. And then you go backwards. So that's part of healing, and that's part of growing, and it's part of learning as well. So don't be too harsh with yourself. Talk really, really kindly to yourself. Because if you don't talk kindly to yourself, no one else will. I'm hearing, except for the angels. So yes, of course, Spirit will talk to you in a lovely way, but the outside world will speak harshly to you. So let's just say that something's happened in your life, and then all these other things have piled on top of it, and that's usually because you're in the pit of despair. And when you're in the pit of despair, it's like someone's up the top shoveling dirt on top of you, okay? And it's all because of the energy that you're putting out with it. So by trying to lighten your energy in any way that you can, and that doesn't mean sex, drugs and rock and roll type of stuff, it means more nurturing side of things, you will be able to climb out of that pit much, much faster. And for some of you, this may not be as dramatic as what I'm making it sound. It may just be that there's little niggly things coming along, and they're coming to your attention for a reason. And so maybe you can dedicate half an hour when they come up to sitting down and just saying, what is this really about? What have I got hidden inside of me that the outside world is trying to show me? Okay, group 2, bit of a heavy message there. I hope that helped you in some shape or form. Please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next reading. Crystal 3, let's see what advice Spirit has for you on solving the current problem you have. Gosh, I'm getting a complete blank. There's no energy there at all. So I guess you don't have any problems whatsoever, which is fantastic. That may not be the case for all of you, but maybe gosh, there's very little energy around this. Your life isn't too bad at the moment, but it may actually be devoid of joy or fun. Maybe you're in a real period of stagnation where your problem is you can't move forward and you're kind of stuck. Because there's just it's like a blanket of energy has come down, smothering anything. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you can't connect to whatever spirit you normally connect to. Maybe you can't connect to any faith that you have. Maybe you can't connect to your loved ones. Maybe you can't connect to anyone in your life. Yeah, I just feel a blanket of nothingness, in fact. Now, please don't get me wrong, you're not about to die. This is more about how you resonate energetically at this moment in time. And I have to say I'm struggling with the messages here. Let me just see if I can get anything. It may just be that you've got no problems, and you may think you've got problems and you actually haven't got any at all, and like your life is great and you really shouldn't be concentrating on anything that's negative because things are going really, really well. So that would be part of you as a group. Definitely. So you can probably click off now, but do give me a thumbs up. That'll be appreciated. For the rest of you, yeah, I feel like there is maybe a dampening of either your spirit or your communication with spirit. And let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, this may be connected to, I think, maybe the January channeled messages from Merlin. We're talking about a blanket covering the earth. It's going to inhibit some messages getting to and from spirit guides. So it may have something to do with that for some of you. For others, I'm getting you might be quite shut down in life. Maybe you have nothing that's really seen as joyous in your life. Don't get me wrong, you might have periods of being happy, but I don't feel like it's sustained. It might just be that you're going through the motions at this point in your life. You're just kind of going through your day, doing what you do, but there's no real passion and there's no real joy or joie de vivre. It's just kind of, oh yeah, whatever. And even maybe when you're meeting up with friends and family, you're just kind of like, oh yeah, that was okay. But it's not tickling your fancy like things used to. Now, I don't think for all of you this is a depressive state at all. I just think it's an energy. Maybe you are really sensitive to energies and you're picking up on that dampening down of energy. And so in that case, what am I getting? Oh, they're just advising you to wear lots of crystals if you feel that's what's happening with you. They do need to be taken off and new ones put on very regularly throughout the day. So let's say you go off to work in the morning, you've got some crystals on. As soon as you get home, put them outside, put some new crystals on. And you might have to wear like 5 or 6 crystals to help with this. You can stick them in pockets and tuck them into things, whatever you need to do. Wear them as jewellery. Yeah. I'm sorry, Group 3, that I'm not getting a clear message for you, even though we've got a clear crystal here to help with the clarity. But I really feel like the energy is just not there for communication. Maybe you've literally got a sore throat or you've got laryngitis or something. Maybe Mercury's in retrograde. When you're listening to this, yeah, it's very interesting energy. I'm feeling like, some of you, look, and this is something positive, some of you actually might be going on a silent retreat where you're not going to be able to talk for a while. Or you might be challenging yourself to be silent in some way. Now, obviously, it's not going to be happening as I'm talking to you, because I'm talking to you, but maybe that's coming up, or maybe you've just come out of that and you just want a bit more silence. That, honestly, I'm so sorry, Group 3. No, I'm not going to apologise, because this is what the energy is presenting to me. And it will probably make sense to you, even though it doesn't make sense to me at the moment. But it is a very shrouded feeling. I feel like I'm sort of, you know, when a mist comes down, it's like you're standing in the clouds and everything's, when you speak and everything, your speech patterns or your words are dampened down. That's how I feel with this energy, and that's may literally be how you're feeling. So do what you can to nurture yourself, be creative in your life in whatever way you choose. And just know that this isn't going to last forever. This is just something that's happening for this period of time. I can't give you a time frame either, because I feel like even that is dampened down. But know that you're not the only one going through this in the world, and it just may be that you've got a particular job or mission, or you've taken on a role of working through this energy for others. Okay. Group 3, thank you for listening to that. I hope it did resonate with you in some shape or form. Please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.